Critical me here checking in.
Hi. 2 in a row.
Yes. We went and seen obvious. We saw the Book of Mormon from the creators of South Park. Who I don't think any topic is safe, so they've addressing the Mormons with this one. And with the story of the Mormons, I think that they addressed it in a very interesting way to tell their tale. I feel more enlightened about Mormons after seeing this whole thing.
Do you?
Yes.
I feel like I might be down a little bit on the, I don't know, the brain cell scale after that. Yeah.
It was definitely a bit out there. I've heard nothing but really, really great reviews about this, and I feel like that's what drew me to be like, okay, let's check this out. We saw Wicked, and it was just, I feel like that.
Wicked? Was it Wicked?
That just set the bar so high for a musical, really. This winner of 9 Tony Awards, so it's definitely acclaimed. With the story, what did you think of this?
Story. I was so confused. I guess I was supposed to be, if we're rating story,
We are.
I've got to do the best story in the show, and that was by The Village in Uganda. The Village.
They were great.
Their story, it was funny. It was awesome. I'll give that story a 9. Otherwise, I don't know. I was so confused. I wasn't sure what the story was. I mean, obviously, I understood what the story was, but yeah, I'm gonna give that story, that segment, a 9. Their performance, their story was
we're
amazing.
going about just the overall story, though. Theirs goes in. I'm gonna rate the story at. I'm gonna rate it at an 8. I like the story, even though I do feel like we got a little bit lost at certain moments, but just trying to ride that wave with it as well, where they were going. Entertainment value. If I would have paid, tickets would go up as high as $500. I don't know if it would have delivered to that level of a price to warrant that. We paid $50. We got tickets for, we got to see it for what we paid.
Again, lost brain cells.
But to see a Broadway show for what we paid for it, I feel like it delivered. The expectations, just again, when your expectations are high with seeing something, I feel like it can be hard to live up to where it was at. So I'm gonna say a 7 for entertainment value.
Yeah, there was a lot of points where I was laughing, right? It was awesome. And then there was a lot of points I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can listen to him sing anymore. And I know it's a musical, but I just didn't know if I could listen to any more singing.
Yeah.
I feel like there was never a break.
Yes, that's true. They
6.
Fair.
It's not fair, but it's honest.
No, that's you know what they your honesty is appreciated.
Thank you.
The performances, I mean, if you love singing, this performances would have been like, what? Because there was a lot of singing. And sometimes I feel like this is where some people don't like musicals, when you can't understand everything. And at certain points I could understand what they were singing and going, but then you had multiple people singing and doing it at the same time. And at that, it gets muddled. So you're just kind of like, you're swimming in the water trying to just soak up as much as you can soak up of it. And sometimes just things are lost. You can't grasp it all. So...
But back to the performance.
Yeah, no, that's the performance. It's the way they delivered everything. I'm going to say You know, because it's tough to perform from a live audience. I'm going to say a 7 for performance. They did good. It's just, it's tough.
I thought their performance was great. I do. They were great. And I think that probably has to be so difficult when they have all these lines and all these...
and to sing it.
And over top of each other and staggering and going over.
Totally.
Honestly, the performance, I'll say a 9. They freaking performed. I mean, they did a great job.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. A little too much singing, but they did a great job. Just kidding. I know it's a musical. People are gonna
How
hate
dare
me for
them
this.
sing so much for a musical?
Oh, here. It's this lady.
Artistry. So, I mean, the sets, I just think it's always cool to see on the fly and how they're moving things in, moving things out. You know, the costumes for the Mormons, it's a suit and tie, and you know, there's nothing fancy about that. But for the other country, the way they did it, I mean, it was all good, and that's one of the things I think is really entertaining with a musical and a Broadway is just seeing all of this stuff interchange so quickly, and the talent that goes into that. And you know, I respect that. I'm gonna say an 8 for the artistry. It was solid.
Oh, yeah. Easy. 8.5. It was good. The sets were beautiful. The costuming made sense, and I think that was important.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was good. I think they did great. And like you said, that quick changing where just the flip of a door frame transforms it from going into a home to being in a bedroom or being in a living room.
Yeah.
And so it was quick. It was seamless. Yeah. 8.5.
So the vibe. So there was definitely people laughing, and you know that vibe can be infectious. I honestly was thinking I was going to be laughing more than I laughed, but there was some definitely moments of laughter and being entertained. And you know, from the buzz that I heard, I thought that the vibe would be like a 9 or a 10, like really, really high. It's just tough when you go in with expectations that, you know, I'm going to say the vibe was a 7. You know, I was fully entertained, and it's not a bad score. You know, this is good. If you like musicals, go see this. It's definitely worth seeing. You know, if this is not really your thing, you still will be entertained. These guys it was a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was a couple scenes where you're going, oh my gosh, they
Do
built
I
it
laugh?
up.
Do I
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
What
like,
the hell are they saying? It was
yeah,
out of control.
no, there was, you know, yes, agree.
It was. Vibe for me is a little skewed. I had a poor soul behind me that was literally hacking on me the whole time.
It's true.
And big, like, I mean, it was so bad. And anybody who knows me knows, yeah, I'm a nurse, but I'm a germphobe too. I had a hard time getting coughed on the entire time. Like,
Your air was polluted.
oh my gosh, I was trying not to breathe. I'm leaning forward. It was bad. So that took me out of the vibe a little bit. But then we had a gentleman sitting next to us that performed on Broadway. He was in the original chorus line. He was in West Side Story, some movies, the Carol Burnett Show. So chatting with him during intermission kind of brought that vibe back, and hearing him talk and just his passion and love, right?
Right.
It kind of flipped it for me. So I'm going to take the vibe for that reason from about a 4 getting hacked on to a 7. Yeah, he flipped it for me.
Yeah, I even asked, because he was older, I was like, is this offensive to you? Are you offended by any of this? And he was like, no, this is actually
Do I look like I get offended? He was cool. He's
exactly.
a cool cat. He was so cool.
But I think some people, you could definitely be offended going to this. So I was curious of that, so.
Yeah, but if you go with like, fun in your heart and just get ready to be entertained and laugh, you won't be offended. You'll laugh. You'll be shocked. but
Will
it's
be
good.
shocked. Book of Mormon.
Go check it out. Don't pay $200. Check it out.